So good morning, Kyle.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, Kyle.
Good morning. Oh,
All right, viewers. Would you like to get your condo on the market and actually get it sold in a tough environment? Today, we're going to talk to you about how to do that, right?
yes. Got good
Kyle.
ideas, good examples.
Kyle.harvey and Ross Lee here, Baird and Warner Gold Coast. Come to you every Monday morning. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you watch us. Go back to our YouTube channels. You can see past episodes. We help our clients get their goals, achieve their goals, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And you have an arachnid on your shoulder.
I do.
Halloween.
It's
I love
Halloween time. I don't like them in real life. In crystals, they're great.
They are beautiful in crystal.
All right.
In real life,
So,
they scare me.
I'm going to remove our names and then we're going to jump into stats. Okay, this is the last of the month. So we're doing stats a little bit differently. You can see here the brighter, those are the neighborhoods that we primarily work in, and that's the stats that you're going to see today. All right, so from the 1st to the 29th of October, 111 homes went under contract, ranging in price between $237,500 and $6.5 million. Median sales price of the homes under contract, $1.3 million. And here's the price distribution. You can see basically most of all the homes are between 1 and 2 million. So if you want to live in these neighborhoods, that's the typical. Okay, homes closed, 56 homes closed. Now, just for comparison, last month, 77 closed. We have a couple more days. There are a lot of people that like to close the end of the month, but it looks like we probably will be a little bit lower than last month. Range of $273,500 to $3,160,000 and a median sales price of $1,291,000. There's your price distribution. Now, I want you to look at the right side of this graph, how it comes down low from the 2 to 3 million, because when we look at active, it's going to be different. All right, 300.
Wait, I thought that said listings.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that was just I thought this was new listings. Got it. Yeah.
Now we're on listings. Okay, so think of it this way. Remember your numbers. 56 closed, but we've got 314 for sale.
Yep.
So we're starting to reach that point where our inventory is high enough. We really can't blame it on the inventory anymore.
Yep.
It's more interest rates and time of year, I think. What do you think?
I do. I totally think.
Yeah. Look at the median asking price of almost $1.5 million versus $1.2 million.
Yeah.
And part of that is because remember how we came down to almost 1 here at the 3 million for what went under contract? They're higher here on the right end of the scale, meaning there are more higher priced homes for sale right now than there are homes going under contract. The luxury market has kind of had its day during 2020, 2021, and now we're back to slower market times for those higher priced. So that's that story. All right, so now let's look at prices and sales by neighborhood. So you see the 0 on the purple, that's the loop, not a surprise. One home went under contract in near north for $1.7 million. Excuse me, these are closed.
Yeah.
These are closed so far this month.
Yep.
I need to be very clear and fix myself. Interestingly, Lincoln Park at $1,472,000, that's not typical. Lincoln Park is typically our highest neighborhood. So they must have had it's an anomaly or an outlier. Meantime,
they could have had a number of the smaller houses go.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. And $1,945,000 for Lakeview. That's higher than typical.
Yes. Wow.
But then look at Westtown, $1,280,000 median sales price, and Logan Square, $992,500. And then of course North Center, $1,325,000. That's a big neighborhood for families and kids and single family homes.
So it's sort of hard to do median when the number is 3 because
You're so right.
Square is having some higher priced homes, and so this just happens to be that 2 were lower priced. Single family homes,
right,
in Lincoln Square. So yeah, the North Center is a little bit more, with 11, it's got more to tell you about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right.
Example. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm doing attached, which includes condos, co-ops, townhouses. Typically, we just look at condos. We're looking at everything here. All right. So under contract so far this month, 986, ranging in price from 79.9 to 13,950. Yeah, big
Was
sale
that two
there.
Regis or one Chicago?
I don't remember.
It's one of the two.
Yeah. With a median sales price of 449.9.
That's pretty, wow.
Yeah, I know, because
All
we've
the
been
bedrooms out there.
400, 400, 400. I find it interesting that the lowest price is 79.9 because
That's
I don't, we don't do a lot of the lower price stuff, but I mean, studio for 50, 60, right? Nothing. It's 79.9.
Yeah.
Prices have gone up. Okay, look at the distribution here. This says that for entry level in these neighborhoods, you can find something to buy from 50,000 all the way up.
Yeah.
Closed 558, 85 to 5.5, and 410 median sales price.
That's
still
wow.
410 is higher than the 400 that we've had.
Yes.
And then again, look at the price. It's all over the board.
Yep.
Okay, now for sale, remember we just said 553 closed, 2730 are currently on the market, ranging in price from almost 86 to 15.7.
That's a huge amount for just those neighborhoods. This isn't the entire city of Chicago. That's just these neighborhoods.
Yeah, there's a good amount of inventory. Yeah. And 500,000 is the median asking price. Remember, 410 was the median sold. Yeah. So I think we've got some aspirational pricing going on. And the other thing to think about is we've seen an increase in mortgage rates from 7 to now we're at 8. So interesting stuff. Okay. And there's your price distribution. Again, more luxury condos on the market. All right. Here we are by neighborhood.
What's this? Tell us.
Well, so the purple is the loop.
50, no, I'm sorry. This is the number for sale?
Closed.
Oh, closed. This is closed. Got it.
Closed so far this month.
We're breaking it out by neighborhood. Sorry, I'm back with the program.
Yep. So in the loop, the purple 53 at 396. And you're right. That's some St. Regis in there. Near north at 123, median sales price of 395. But again, that's because you've got Sandberg Village, some of these smaller, units that are bringing that median sales price down. Whereas look at Lincoln Park, 55 and 730 median sales price on a condo in Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Lakeview, 75 at 425. And then you go to Uptown and Edgewater where you're in the 200s for a median sales price. Same with Lincoln Square. Interesting, Logan and Westtown in the 500s for their median sales prices. Lots of action there.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's it. I mean, that's
no, it's so our takeaways from this are: one, inventory is rising. People do have to move, and they are moving, notwithstanding the fact that they may have lower interest rates. But we got to see whether buyers say rents are rising so much, I have to go and hopefully for a short period of time pay a higher interest rate. That's what I did when I bought my condo. I was right about 8.5%. So, but at that time it was normal, people. It didn't feel high. And so it'll be interesting to see. I wonder, you talked about aspirational pricing. What do you think, Anne, if people coming on the market this late in the year say, I want to test my price now, and then in the new year, if it doesn't go, I'll listen to you, real estate broker, and price it lower?
That could be. I think some of these are units that were overpriced maybe in the last 6 weeks, not realizing the impact of the increase in interest rates.
Okay, so you think some of these are the longer, the ones that have been on the market for longer and the interest rates have
Now
gone.
they're totally out of the zone. Like I spoke to somebody about listing their condo 6 weeks ago, and I gave them a listing price of what I think it would sell at. Today, it's a different price, given the interest rate situation, given the increasing inventory.
And how have they taken that,
Well,
Jane?
they're not pleased.
I know. It's like, you told me it would sell at this price. I'm like,
Well, that was a different market.
it was, yeah,
It was a different market. And that's, you know what, that's something I hope our viewers and clients will think about is, when we do give a price, it is for that moment,
yeah,
right?
it's
And
reflecting on the very recent past and our projections for the future, but it's not a guarantee.
that's right. That's exactly right. So, if we say now's a good time to pull the trigger and put it on the market, we mean it.
Yeah.
In terms of like selling in the next 2 months, if you want to sell in the next 2 months, what would you say, Kyle? Well, how would you advise your sellers?
I would say, please don't do it, because I don't know that you will sell in the next 2 months. It has to be, you have to do so much work to make it look good and stand out amongst the other things to sell now. People are busy doing.
You have to be spot on your price.
Not only on your price, but you have to be the property that people are looking for. And in the Gold Coast, I'm just going to give you the Gold Coast. The only thing that's selling are the 1 and 2 bedrooms at Sandburg and the Sandburg-like buildings. They are. I look at Old Town. That's the only thing on the market is the Americana Towers and the Hemingway Towers. Only things on the market, and that 1970 North Clark or Lincoln Park, whatever they call it.
1825, yeah.
Oh, no, I was talking about the one at Armitage that they call Lincoln Park West, but it really is
1960. Yeah.
Those are the things that are on the market and selling
because they're lower priced.
Yes,
and they're probably ready to go. Here's the one that just baffles me, and you've been in this unit, my 1550 Lakeshore Drive. In any other market, that thing would have been gone within a week.
Absolutely.
And now we're at week 3, and they're just the buyers. We did 6 open houses on my listings this weekend. Mm-hmm. Now there were a couple that got a few people in, but for the most part, it was 1 person, 2 people at an open house. The foot traffic is not today what it has been.
No, it is not. And the people who are coming are looking and waiting. This is more an activity than an actual search.
I think that's right. Yeah.
So
that leads us to, if you want to sell, what do you have to do? So let's jump into that.
Yeah. So Ann and I talk to you guys about this all the time. It's not just putting together signing a listing agreement and getting photographs. You have to do work to make your home look like it's for sale. And you have to be honest with yourself, don't you think? There are a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, I've cleaned up the kitchen.
Right.
I ran the dishwasher.
Yeah.
What?
You know what? People have a different perception of what their home is. And I get it, because I don't live impeccably on a day-to-day basis. And I also don't always bring the painter in to do touch-ups every 6 months. Some people do. I don't. That's not how I live. If you say you're coming over to my apartment or my condo, I have to prepare for you.
Yeah.
But some people do. Some people do. But part of what you and I think want to get across to everybody today is, let's get the conversation started a good amount of time before you want to go on the market. And most people today, I don't remember, there's some saying about the 5 Ds in real estate. People aren't selling unless they have to. And those things are like death, divorce, diapers, 2 other things. I don't know what they are. But my point is, there are some times when you have to sell. You have a life change, you have a new job, you have whatever it is, and you have to sell. So if you're contemplating a new job, even, I would say talk to us now, wouldn't you? Because
Oh, yeah.
there is a process. And if you think you're going to take a new job somewhere else and sell at a certain price here in Chicago and blah, 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 what you sell your home for and making that move is part of that whole equation.
And you have to be realistic.
Yeah.
People are like, I want this to be simple. I don't want to have to do anything. I have no appetite to do projects, but I want the price that the person who did everything
Yeah.
got. And no, you won't.
Right.
You also have to, we get cataracts around our own house.
That's a great way to say it. Yeah. Cataracts.
It's true. You cannot see I live like this, anyone else will live like this.
Well, not only that, Kyle,
I know.
I live my life with rose-colored glasses. When I was in my 1908 house, God, I loved that house. Every day I walked through that house and saw what it could be. I didn't really see how it was. You know what I'm saying? Because
and it's true.
woodwork.
And I have clients who are about to come on the market who are like, this is perfect for me. And I'm like, you're in the luxury category and you are not your buyer. You already own it.
That's the line. You are not your buyer. And when you put your house on the market, it's like a beauty pageant, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want it to look like hotel model quality.
And it was this. I don't want buyers looking at you. I want buyers looking at your house. And when your place isn't done, or isn't made ready, or isn't looking like it's ready to sell, they're judging you and not the house.
Right. That's it. Yeah.
So, and so have a clear-eyed conversation with yourselves. If you do not want to do anything, and some people cannot, they either don't have the money, they don't have the time, they don't have the interest in these projects that we're going to talk about a little bit about, then you've got to price it for that. And we've got to make that effectively part of the marketing,
right.
Which is bring your love, bring your ideas. But at a minimum, you have to do the things we're about to tell you. And it takes time, which is why Ann and I are talking to you now about getting ready for 2024. Okay?
Right.
These are things you cannot not do.
And you know what? I've got a little brochure on what to do when preparing your home for sale, but there is no like step 1, 2, 3. We can tell you the things to consider, but we really need to get into that house or condo and look at it and go over with you the pros and cons of everything. So,
but there are some things that are baseline.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely right. Absolutely right. There are things, but what I'm saying is, again, somebody who lives in a very pristine manner won't need to do a stage.
No, but they will need, because we all do, to declutter. If you live your life sort of like an assassin who needs to leave at any moment and not
take to go back in the corner. Yeah.
There's a movie coming out that I want to see called The Killers. Anyway, we'll talk about it later. Or The Killer. So you got to live your life like that, where you live like you live in a hotel room, but no one does.
Right.
So a couple of things that you need to do, and everybody needs to do it, and it takes time, is you need to decide what you want to take to your next home and box it up.
Right.
Declutter.
Right. And we can go through the home. That's something that we do with everybody. Absolutely declutter. The next thing you need to think about is you need to think about repairing anything that's broken.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's all those handyman jobs that you say you're going to get to. And it can be things like making sure your light bulbs are as bright and they match each other. You don't want warm and cool light bulbs in the same room, right?
Story of my life.
That's really simple stuff, but basic. But if they see a window that's broken or something, they're going to extrapolate that there are other things broken that they don't see. So,
but it also, what it does. So, for example, I've got a listing where one of the doors to the outside is a little wonky. And I've been saying, you've got to fix this door, because the fact that I'm struggling to open the door while I'm doing the showing, it doesn't make it, this is fantastic, beautiful, look how easy it is to live here.
As I struggle through the door. Yeah.
It's even your front door. If you have a front door where the lock requires, you're used to it and you know just how far to put the key in and how to move it, fix it. Because the broker, me, the thing I stress out most is looking like a normal person trying to get into that unit or that home.
No, that's very true.
Like, we're gonna have to break the glass.
Very good point. Yeah. So all those little things. Now, on our Lexington listing, we did a pre-listing inspection, and we knocked off a whole bunch of stuff, and that really made a great difference in marketing that property.
But your people decided that they wanted top dollar.
Yeah.
When you want top dollar, you do these things.
Right.
When you are willing to price it so that the next person does those things, you have to price it accordingly. But there is almost no client who doesn't want top dollar and to do nothing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It's not going to work, people. Not going to work.
Yeah. Let's talk about cleaning a second.
Huh?
Let's talk about cleaning. Deep cleaning.
Deep cleaning.
Deep cleaning. It's not inexpensive to hire a cleaning person to do the deep cleaning necessary. You've either got to do it yourself or you've got to hire somebody. I can't tell you how many times I have shown properties where the window wells are dirty. The cold air return has like dirt caked on it. The ceiling fans have dust bunnies on top, right? There are like little thumbprints on the light switches, right?
I've had in the past a listing where the carpets have never been cleaned.
Oh gosh.
It's a 30-year-old place. They've lived in it for 30 years and they never cleaned the carpets. And they said, oh, I don't care if they don't take their shoes off when we do showings, because, you know, the carpets, I don't care about the carpets. And the answer is, I have that look of Wile E. Coyote after he's gone off the cliff of, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
And here's another thing that people don't get. If you don't do a deep cleaning, it smells differently.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
That's one of the senses that make people want things. And I'm not saying mask it with candles. Please don't, not mask it with candles. But I do say there is a cleanliness, an absence of mustiness that really helps sell it.
Yes.
It really does.
Very good point. And you're exactly right. You know, no offense, Yankee Candle, but that's not going to get the home sold. No, right? Okay.
I went into an open house the other day, and it was all pumpkin spice Yankee Candle.
Oh,
I almost had to leave.
Yeah, that doesn't help. No, it hurts.
It not only doesn't help, it makes me think, what smell? What smell are they trying to hide?
Yeah.
Have they not run the faucets? Have they, you know, whatever it is? What are they hiding? Because
and wouldn't you even say, you know, 20 years ago, the idea was bake some cookies or do something to make the house smell. I don't think that's valuable today.
I do think, though, running the dryer with dryer sheets doesn't hurt. Put wet towels, dryer sheets, and run the dryer for an hour before a showing, and then empty the dryer. But I think that helps.
That helps, yeah.
There's a certain cleanliness.
Yeah, no. Absolutely right. So far what we've talked about is pretty simple stuff.
Yes.
Repair a few things, declutter, pack some things up and put them away, clean.
Yes.
Okay, but that's bare minimum, right?
No, but here's the thing. So I'm preparing a condo for sale or advising somebody, and this person absolutely took everything to heart. Closets, especially if you have a lot of storage. You need those closets to be 1/4 empty so that it looks ginormous. You say to yourselves, well, the beauty of this apartment is all this storage. So I've jammed everything that I own ever in my life in there. And then it looks like there's no storage because they can't see it.
It's all jammed in. Exactly right.
All jammed in. They think, well, God, I couldn't live here. There's no storage. And you're like, no, 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 no. This is actually a huge room that they've packed to the gills.
Yeah.
If you have to get a storage lockers, small ones, and you can shop around, can be like $200 a month for the period of time when you're on the market. If you cannot emotionally let go of things that you're going to let go of once you have to pack up to move,
right,
get a storage locker.
Yeah,
that's our advice.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right.
So now let's talk about the harder things.
Okay, yeah. So there are things like obsolete floor plans, meaning a kitchen that cannot be opened up to the living room. Or with my 161 Harrison, it had this amazing, huge, like 5 foot by 5 foot bathtub in the bathroom.
I've seen that with a bathtub in the bedroom.
Oh yeah.
A huge, enormous bed, and I'm like, what?
That was in style for about a split second, and then it was out.
Yeah.
So there are floor plan issues, and there are ways to deal with that. That's one time you may have to do some work. What are some other times that you would recommend that a seller do some renovation type stuff?
So I've got one of my, and I have not put it in here. But I can open it. You got it. The slides. So this is a story of, and this was not my listing, but it was a person that I knew, and he asked my advice about where he should list his condo.
Okay.
And I gave him advice, and I said, you've got 2 beds, 2 baths, and he said, no, 2.5 baths. And I said, oh, wait, you haven't turned the half bath into a laundry yet? Because that's the only place this building will allow him to put the laundry in. And he said, no, I go downstairs. And I said, that is probably worth $100,000 to put it, the $15,000 it costs to turn the half bath into a laundry room costs about $15,000 in this building. And he said, who wants to, people would rather have the half bath. And I'm like, no one.
Right.
Prefer that. So he went on the market. He listened to me that he had to price it accordingly. He went on the market, and no one wanted it. He went on the market for $500,000, just under $500,000. And no one wanted it for even, he got no showings for even $450,000. And it really hurt his pride. And we're going to show you some pictures. Let's pull up those pictures.
Is this condo features that you want me to show?
It's the slide deck that's got everything starting at the beginning. The improvements. Yes, to condos features. Okay, so this is this. So next slide. So look at how beautiful this is. Now I couldn't find the old picture. But this is what the condo looked like at 500, no laundry. Really,
it looks lovely. So this is like 1,650 square feet, right? This is a big condo
in the Gold Coast, and with pretty bright views. I mean, and redone, and those floors were flawless, beautiful floors. Go to the next one. That's the bedroom. The bedroom is enormous.
Yeah.
And the bathrooms had been done about 10 years ago, but they were updated baths. Whether it's your style or not, it's updated. So that was next one. And this is the half bath. It's not the half bath because he didn't take pictures of the half bath, but that's what a half bath in this building looks like. Okay. He got so upset that no one was even interested in looking at that he finally took it off the market, updated the kitchen, and by updating the kitchen, he made it look a little less 2001 Bachelor, and made it look a little bit more up to date. And then he put in next slide. So these are the improvements. The kitchen. Wow. So before it had been one of those counters. It was always open like this, but the counter had a higher bar
level.
Right. And it was black cabinets. It was very Euro black cabinets. But he did this and it made it so much warmer. Okay. And then he put in the laundry room. It sold in 2 months for $100,000, over $100,000 more than he couldn't get. It sold for $562,500.
And he'd been on the market for $500,000.
He'd been on the market for $450,000.
And didn't
I
get
wasn't getting any showings, and he sells it for over 100,000 for just those changes that I had begged him to, advised him to make, because I wanted him to be successful.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a yard, and this is relatively inexpensive, but it was a yard that the neighbors on this block have very fancy parterre, beautiful, and this is so this is what it looks like. Oh, that was, wait, go back. So this is the before, which had not been. You can run it. And, oh wait, go back. Oh, you've gone to the second one. Go to the first one. So that's what it looked like before. And then show the second one, which is the backyard.
Okay.
And it's an attractive backyard. Okay, you're having to see. This is Kyle's cell phone video, and I apologize, everybody. So let's speed through it. So it's just showing, because I was showing the gardener what they were working with. Okay. So it didn't show whatever. It didn't show it. This is what, after spending some money to clean it up, it looks much more in line with the parterre of the others. And look at how pretty this is. We're going to go on the market next month, and we needed to, in September, get really good pictures of the backyard, because.
And this is what we talk about, everybody. You see the pretty green leaves there?
Yes. This is the last week before the light really changed.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see yours, Anne. Okay,
so I've got just a couple before and afters to show you. The first one, oh dear, wait, sorry everybody, I'm gonna blow your.
Okay.
So this is 850 DeWitt. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,250 square feet. And she poured her heart and soul into this gorgeous Christopher Peacock kitchen and these beautiful baths. But when you came in, you saw the heavy furniture and the heavy drapes, right? Mm-hmm. So we thought, okay, let's get rid of the furniture. And there it is, vacant in the living room without the furniture. And I did virtual staging, which helped. I mean, it kind of shows, but no matter what happens, you come in and you see this vacant. So then we got a stager in after it hadn't sold. And that's what it looks like. Here's this is what when you walked in, what do you see? You see that non-view, right?
Yeah.
Look what you see. That's real how it looked when you walked in with the furniture. Once we put that furniture in, we got it sold with multiple offers within 2 weeks. That was the bedroom. Lovely furniture. That's the virtually staged. But the stager said, put the bed on the other wall.
Oh, such an improvement.
Isn't it? Okay. This is like, I'm such a dummy. And I think of myself as like, okay, I can get stuff. This is my virtual staging on bedroom 2. I didn't think you could fit a bed in here. Queen bed fit. Look at that. That's a real live shot, people.
Oh, it's beautiful. No wonder you sold so fast.
Right? I mean, what a difference. And you know, people say to us, oh, I don't want to spend the money to stage.
You get it back, people. You get it back. And I get it.
Get it back.
You get it. You're worried that it's not.
Oh, I did this again. Okay, sorry. Here we go. This is a condo in the South Loop.
That's a good picture. Did you take it?
You're very funny. Tenant occupied.
Oh.
There it is. And you know what? This is not staged. This is using the furniture. It's not, look at it. I mean, it's not really big stuff here, but at least, you know, that's what it looked like. We brought a painter in.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like when we just cleaned it up.
Yes.
Kitchen.
So people can see living here.
Right. Primary bedroom.
Oh my God.
There it is.
Yeah. So you brought in furniture for that? Because that's nobody's furniture. Going back, that's nobody's furniture.
No, that is furniture.
Yeah, no, but you brought it in. That's not.
Yes. She brought in the headboard and whatever. So that's that one. And then I have one more quick one to show you. And this is.
Yes, I love this.
200 Delaware, Unit 10D. She'd had it on the market with another agent. This is what it looked like when she purchased it. This is what it looked like with the other agent. And this is what it looked like after we zhuzhed it. We didn't stage it. We just zhuzhed it and brought in a better photographer.
Yeah.
Here we are again in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are when she was on the market before. And here it is once we cleaned it up and staged it. This is interesting. This, when she purchased this area was vacant. Then
Yeah.
she put in her dining room. But notice how the dining room, this is an interesting thing. Sometimes you need bigger furniture to fill a space.
Mhm.
Look at that.
Yeah.
We pulled the leaves up on the dining room table to show really how you could use the space.
Yes. So
And the
all of a sudden
property.
it really became a dining room.
Exactly. It just came to life. Kitchen before, after. We'll just zip through these. Pretty kitchen, right? I mean, okay, when she purchased it, the laundry room, and then look at this. Just something as simple as a vacuum cleaner can distract, but we
Yeah.
made it into a pretty room.
Yeah.
Okay, primary bedroom, blah. Okay, now this is not everybody's choice of furniture, right? But when you zhuzh it up, you can see living there.
Yeah.
Second bedroom, when they bought it, they weren't even like clean lines on the bed. That kind of stuff bugs me,
Yeah,
right?
I agree. I agree.
And then the peach, peach, look how we neutralized it.
And you know what you did, which is subtle, is when you photographed it, you made it really clear that there are hardwood floors under that rug. So it's you just by what you guys didn't pick up is just by shifting the camera, you don't notice that it's hardwood but this way it's like bammo hardwood. You don't have to do this fire. This project has been done.
Right. Okay, so here's the bedroom when they bought it, the second bed or third bedroom.
Mhm.
Here it is. But sometimes these pillows and these things can be distracting.
Oh, absolutely.
Look
Yeah.
at now it's calm.
Calm. I'd have still gotten rid of the printer, but okay.
I know, but they had to live in it. But here's the bathroom cleaned up. So
Yes. Yeah.
anyway, so let's see, how do I get rid of that? There we go. So those are just a few examples. It doesn't take a lot.
Well, it can take a lot, and a lot really can, for the right property and for the person who's willing to do it, can make a huge difference. But you have to, one, have the funds, two, have the interest, and three, have the aspiration to get top dollar. But there is something short of that. There's something for every budget and every level of interest, and the minimum is making it look clean and attractive.
I want to say one thing too.
Hmm.
We talk about staging. We talk about renovation. Part of our job is to help people realize what the pros and cons are of each stage of preparation.
Yes.
With our Lexington property, we went back and forth over how much do we advise our clients to do. We debated on removing some wallpaper. We ended up not doing it. The new buyer is going to do it. They had a dark brown kitchen with a big table, and they had floors that were not today's color of floor. But it was one of those, they would have spent $100,000 to do it. So what we did was we presented the home as a wonderfully functional home that's been perfectly maintained, that's fine as it is. But if you want to do some things, you can do some things. And that's how we sold it. So don't think that we're going to come in like bulldozers and say, you got to do this and this and this. Our goal is really to meet you where you are, talk about the different options, and help you choose the path that works best for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. To give you the advice that you need to make the right decisions to sell your home.
Exactly.
Because everyone's different. I totally get it. And we can play up what we're selling, whatever it is. But you've got to be clear-eyed about it. No, you will not be successful asking top dollar for something that with a comp that somebody's done to the nth degree on, and you haven't. It's not rational to think that that's going to happen. So just work with us, and we'll work through it. And the more earlier you do it, the more we can get you comfortable with the whole process. So anyway, that's my thought.
Thank you everybody for watching Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann. We'll see you next week.